Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be trying to break down the WorldCoin tokenomics and entire white paper too as well. So we might have to split this into two parts, so just stay with me, right, for the first iteration of this. And so it says here that a new identity and financial network, right, is WorldCoin, introducing WorldCoin. WorldCoin was founded with the mission of creating a globally inclusive identity and financial network, right? Owned by the majority of humanity. If successful, WorldCoin could considerably increase economic opportunity, scale a reliable solution for distinguishing humans from AI online while preserving privacy, enabling global democratic processes, and show a potential path to AI-funded UBI, which is universal basic income, right? So guys, they're trying to find a way in which is the best suitable way to introduce potential artificial intelligence, universal basic income in a potential society where the labor will continue to diminish over the course of time as the labor continues to get replaced with artificial intelligence. And so one of the ways in which they can leverage the distribution of the universal basic income, passive income, to give people the base layer sustainability for them to sustain themselves would be through WorldCoin. That's basically the idea of what they're trying to do. So if we read on, it says the WorldCoin consists of a privacy preserving digital identity network, right? WorldCoin built on a proof of personhood, and where laws allow a digital currency world, every human is eligible for a share of WLD simply for being a human, right? So everyone will be able to get a share of it. World ID and WLD are currently complemented by World App, the first front end to World ID and the WorldCoin protocol, developed by the contributor team at Tools for Humanity, right? So proof of personhood is one of the core ideas behind WorldCoin and refers to establishing an individual is both human and unique. Once established, it gives the individual the ability to assert they are a real person and different from another real person without having to reveal their real world identity. So yeah, as this continues to read, it says today proof of personhood is an unsolved problem on a global scale, making it difficult to vote online or distribute value on a large scale, right? The problem is even more pressing as increasingly powerful AI models will further amplify the difficulty of distinguishing humans from bots, right? If successful as part of the WorldCoin, World ID could become a global proof of personhood standard, right? So we'll cover more of the proof of personhood later on. And basically, it's just to give you a little bit of a rundown of basically what WorldCoin is. And so if we scroll down here, we can see WorldCoin is a privacy preserving proof of personhood, and it enables users to verify their humanness online while maintaining their privacy through zero knowledge proofs. And for those who don't know what zero knowledge proofs is, it's being able to verify that you are who you are without also having to give up any personal identifying information, right, at the same time. So when you say via a custom biometric device called the orb, right, the orb has been designed based on the realization that custom biometric hardware might be the only long-term viable solution to issue AI safe proof of personhood verifications, right? So the orb is a tool being able to use to leverage the verification process for people to be able to allocate or get allocation to WorldCoin, right? So World IDs are issued on the WorldCoin protocol, which allows individuals to prove that they are human to any verifier, which is including Web2 applications too as well, which is very interesting, while maintaining their privacy through zero knowledge proofs. Again, as I already previously explained, in the future it should be possible to issue other credentials on the protocol as well. World ID aspires to be person bound, meaning a World ID should only be used by the individual it was issued to. It should be very difficult to use a fraudulent actor who stole or acquired World ID credentials. Further, It should always be possible for an individual to regain possession of a lost or stolen world ID. So when you see here, you can see the WorldCoin token, and it says while the network effects will ultimately come from a user applications being built on top of the financial and identity infrastructure, the token is issued to all network participants to align their incentives around the growth of the network. This is especially important early on to the bootstrap the network and bypass the cold start problem. This could lead the WorldCoin token to become the wildest or the widest distributed digital asset, right? So they also have an app too as well. And it says the World app is the first front end to World ID. It guides individuals through the verification with the orb and custodies and individuals' World ID credentials and implements the cryptographic protocols to share these credentials with third parties in a privacy-preserving manner. So just so you guys know, they would be able to share this with third-party intermediaries too as well. And so the WorldCoin revolves around World ID, a privacy-preserving global identity network, right? Using World ID, individuals will be able to prove they are real, unique, human to any platform and integrates with the protocol. This will enable fair airdrops, provide protection against bots and attacks on social media too as well, and enable the fair distribution of limited resources, right? So these are all the things that you need to know. They're just scrolling down here, you can see the potential applications of this too as well. So WorldCoin could potentially increase equality of opportunity globally by advancing a future where everyone, regardless of their location, can participate in a global digital economy through universal, accessible, decentralized financial and identity infrastructure. As the network grows, so should its utility. Today, many interactions in the digital realm are not possible globally, right? The way humans transact, value, identify themselves, and interact on the internet is likely to change fundamentally. With universal access to finance and identity, the following future becomes possible, right? So you go into finance, they go into sending money will be near instant and borderless globally. So available to everyone, the world could be connected financially and everyone could be able to interact economically on the internet, right? The COVID relief fund for India, where over 400 million were raised in a short period of time by individuals around the world to support the country, has as a hint at what can be possible. Overall, this has potential to connect people on a global scale, unlike anything previously seen in human history. So we see they talk a little bit more about Ukraine and refugees, where USDC was used to distribute direct aid as well. And they talk here about keep the bots out. So, the CAPTCHAs and all these different types of things. You guys we'll leave a link down below for this. You guys can look at this and all the pertinent information too as well. If you look at the governance, right? So currently, collective decision-making in Web3 largely relies on token-based governance, which excludes some people from participating and heavily favors those with more economic power, right? So a reliable, Sybil resistant proof of personhood like World ID opens up the design space for global democratic governance mechanisms, not just in Web3, but for the internet, right? So they make their case there too as well. They have the incentive alignment that you guys can look at too, and equal distribution of scarce resources, right? So they go on to break down that as well, right? So guys, we're gonna go ahead and leave the video off here. This is a little bit of the introduction about WorldCoin and the white paper. We will have a follow-up for you guys tomorrow or the day after on part 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, man, and peace.